Imagine walking through a quiet forest. Birds are singing, everything feels peaceful, and then someone tells you that one step off the path could be deadly. Sounds unreal, right? But there's a place in Europe where this is still true, even after 100 years. What if a battlefield never truly ended? More than a century after World War I, there are still places where the war is believed to linger. In northeastern France near Verdun lies an area known as the Red Zone. On maps, it appears as empty land. In reality, it is said to be one of the most dangerous places in Europe. There are no cities, no farms, no life, only warning signs and an eerie silence. Even the trees that remain grow in strange, unnatural patterns, and the soil beneath them seems to hide something far darker than roots. Because beneath this calm surface, a deadly secret may still be buried. One wrong step, and the past could still harm you. In 1916, this land became the center of one of the most ruthless and unforgiving battles in human history. For 300 days, more than 60 million artillery shells fell on a relatively small area. Imagine the ground shaking nonstop for nearly a year. How would you feel? Entire forests were not just cut down, but completely destroyed. Villages that once held families, schools, and everyday life were completely erased from the map. Soldiers described Verdun as a place where the constantly shaking with explosions. There was no safe ground, no peace or silence, only constant destruction and unrest. By the time it ended, more than 700,000 soldiers were dead, wounded, or missing. And even then, the land refused to heal. When the war finally ended, the battlefield had become far too dangerous to be fully cleared. Millions of unexploded munitions, known as UXO, remained buried beneath the soil, as if lost to history. Even decades later, farmers in the surrounding regions still uncover these munitions every year, calling it the Iron Harvest. It is as if the land is slowly returning the weapons that were forced into it. Bomb disposal teams work continuously, collecting thousands of tons of these shells each year. Some are rusted and appear harmless, but many are still active inside. In fact, time has made them even more unstable. A slight movement, a change in pressure, or even natural erosion can trigger an explosion. Experts say that at the current pace, it could take hundreds of years for the area to be fully cleared and considered safe, if that is even possible at all. But explosives are only part of the danger. Many of the shells used in Verdun were filled with chemical agents, toxic chemical agents, and other toxic substances. These weren't just weapons meant to kill soldiers in the moment, they were designed to poison everything they touched. Over time, these chemicals seep deep into the soil, contaminating it permanently. In some parts of the Red Zone, the concentration of toxins is so high that nothing can grow. No crops, no grass, not even insects in certain areas. The earth is effectively dead. Heavy metals like arsenic and lead remain embedded in the ground, making it unsafe for any form of human activity. Even today, entering certain zones without protection can pose serious health risks. Before the war, this region was home to thriving communities, villages filled with families, churches, schools, and generations of history. But many of these villages were completely destroyed during the fighting. After the war, some were considered too dangerous to rebuild. Instead of being restored, they were officially declared as villages that died for France. They still exist on maps, their names preserved as a memory, but in reality there is nothing there. No buildings, no streets, no life, just empty land and the echoes of what once was. It's as if time stopped, leaving behind only absence. Today, large parts of the Red Zone remain strictly off-limits. No construction is allowed, no settlement is possible. Warning signs mark the boundaries, and beyond them lies land that humans are not meant to enter. It's not just a historical site, it's an active danger zone. Even after more than a century, still poses a danger today, still hides explosives, and still resists human control. Nature has tried to reclaim it, but even nature struggles against the scars left behind. The Red Zone stands as a chilling reminder that wars don't truly end when the fighting stops. The consequences linger, buried beneath the surface, waiting. And in this place, the past isn't just remembered, it's still alive.